Yo, what's up, guys? So this is gonna be post commentary. I was recording commentary during the recording, but it didn't save, so I'm just gonna be recording it now. I play 4 games in this video, that's why it's gonna be a little bit longer, but they're all nail biters, honestly, so I don't know, watch it if you want to see me barely clutch up 4 games. I think maybe only one of them might not be close, but yeah, that's about it. So already seeing, Tombstone, Ice Wizard, Valkyrie, all this stuff, you already know it's going to be Graveyard. And, Graveyard will do what Graveyard does. They're just going to Graveyard as soon as they have a mini tank cross bridge. And they're going to get mad damage for it. Honestly, I think majority of Graveyard decks are bad for Expo, because obviously most of their deck centralizes a mini tank, which already is pretty bad for Expo. But not to mention they usually run Poison, which can be detrimental because unless if you have Archer Queen, Expo almost always runs Archers, which will die to Poison. Most of the time they either run Poison or Arrows, which both counter Archers, so it's like yikes either way. This guy was running Poison, which is kind of more manageable to an extent because it doesn't instantly kill Archers, so they still can kill some skeletons and stuff. But Ice Wizard hitting Expo cuts its DPS in half, and then Valkyrie can fully counter an Expo. Poison obviously is really good, so you're forced to go opposite lane. I'm just keeping up the aggression here because he can freely just play Baby Dragon and Valkyrie in the back and stuff like that and get a free tower. So I'm going offensive to force him to play stuff on my Expo constantly. I go with E-Spirit to distract the dragon and then hit it. I was hoping it would get pulled by Archers, but honestly only one of them DPSing it down means it only gets a little bit of damage, and they both help defend the Expo, which is pretty nice. Expo is dead, gets some damage, but it's dead. So I just decided to keep up the pressure once again. His only answer to this really is Valkyrie, which he doesn't get down in time. He's forced to play a Panic Tombstone at the bridge. Baby Dragon I was hoping was going to get pulled, but it did not. So Archers, Skeleton, Log, all that stuff, Panic. And on the right side, I don't know how it happened, because there's a Tombstone right in front of it, but Expo apparently locked on Tower. Oh yeah, they messed up their Valkyrie. Never mind. But yeah, I took Tower. It's obviously really close. He's panicking. He's trying to play Poison, or cycle back to Poison and everything. He gets back to Graveyard. He's going to Poison. He's trying to get damage. I can play Tesla to pull a majority of skeletons, and then the ones that don't get pulled can just spam stuff. Even in Poison, they live long enough to tank a skeleton hit so the tower can kill it. And yeah, that game was totally not close at all. I was so good at the game. GG easy. Also, I'm too lazy to cut out the loading time between games. It's literally 10 seconds, so cope. Anyways, into this next match. I can't read his name. Saeed Lulu, I guess, is his name. E-Spirit starting plays good because it gets damage. Even if they activate King, you're obviously playing Expo, so you don't care. I was getting ready to activate King Tower with this Firecracker. Skeletons would have done it, but yeah, Fireball and the Tesla locks onto the balloon basically means it gets no damage. And honestly, Lumberloon is kind of a stressful matchup because obviously Lumberloon kind of sucks on paper. The only way they get damage is if they have Surprise Freeze or maybe Earthquake. But, if you mess up once, obviously a Raged Up Balloon's going to take your tower in 10 seconds, probably. Roughly, maybe 15. So there's not really much you can do about it. So just don't mess up, lol. And then he also has Mega Knight. I opt to just let the Mega Knight jump onto my Expo, so that way I can cycle back to my Knight. Unfortunately, one of my Archers dies to the E-Wiz, but it would have just walked to the other lane anyway, so it's fine. And then Archer actually doesn't get the second shot off. Sometimes it can happen where she gets the second shot off and Firecracker doesn't do anything to Tower, but she missed it, so I'm forced to place E-Spirit. But I'd say that was a pretty good defense on my end. I don't think I'm up Elixir, because I was forced to spend a lot on his Mega Knight and everything. So I was thinking that he was going to go with the Lumberloon at the bridge, but he plays Lumberjack in the back. You can see I was panicking, trying to think about what to play. And this is a neat little trick you can do. You can Fireball the balloon over to the Tesla if they play it all the way to the side like that, because if you don't Fireball it, it'll just ignore the Tesla. It's not in its range. But if you Fireball, the knockback from the Fireball will push it in range of the Tesla, which is a nice little thing. And so yeah, he spent 10 elixir there, and then I spent, I think, 11, but then he was forced to play log, so he technically spent 1 more elixir than me after the log. I was expecting Mega Knight here, and Mega Knight is what I get, so I play Mega Knight for the jump, and then log for the firecracker, and then skeletons help DPS. E-Spirit, so the E-Wiz only gets like 1 hit or 2, I think yeah, 1 hit, because Expo. And then, pretty sure my Expo's just gonna die here. Yeah, I was friggin' retarded and put Expo at bridge, and Balloon obviously just basically insta-kills it. Especially since it's raged. My brain didn't compute that he just played Balloon. I take this Fireball because it possibly could force something out from him unless he wants to take damage. And he doesn't have enough elixir in hand to do anything. So I get tower damage, kill the Firecracker, and get more tower damage with the Knight Archer. I think he's trying to build up another big push. I place my Expo here just to try to activate Kings. I know you can do that with a Tesla and then that Expo with the Balloon. But he plays Mega Knight, which just forces me to draw it over with a Knight. And then I pull the Balloon back up with Tesla. You know, he can't really kill my archers, so they get a lot of value. And then log cleans everything else up. Good defense. Unfortunately, it seems like we're both going to be going for the same lane here, which kind of sucks. But I can go in here, hopefully just try to get a lock, I guess. I'm going to try to play Knight so it doesn't jump, and I did not do it successfully. And then Balloon obviously makes it a big deal, so I'm just going to let this Expo die, because it's just easier to let it die and then play defense and then go back in. So that's exactly what I do. I think I might have outcycled his Mega Knight by 1 card, but then he plays Skeletons, so it didn't matter anyways. So I play my Knight. Mega Knight doesn't jump this time. I was debating fireballing for his Mega Knight and Firecracker, but I thought I'd save it just in case he plays something else. He plays Balloon. I already have my Tesla up, archers, all that stuff. So Balloon's dead. Expo's on tower. He zaps it. It doesn't really matter. It's already enough damage. We have a minute left in the game. He has such a slow cycle, it's honestly free for me to just keep going in. So, forcing out Balloon here. Expo's dead once again, so I just play defensive Tesla. Honestly, that's one thing that I've learned that's really helped with like not throwing games is don't over defend your Expo. Like obviously compared to pro players, I'm still definitely over defending my Expos. But I found that if your Expo's on 10 health, even if it locks on tower, it's going to do 2 ticks, which is like 110 damage. So like it's not worth it to spend 19 elixir at bridge trying to defend an Expo when you can just defend what they have placed to kill your Expo and then go again. And then he actually gives up here, which is kind of, I guess, a good play, or deserved, I don't know. He could have still gone in one more time and taken tower if I messed up defense, which I'm pretty bad, so it wouldn't be hard for me to mess up defense. This game we're going against hashtag Gueo, and I actually finally get the prediction skeletons off on his princess. I do that majority of games, and I think I've only had it happen like twice, so that's pretty sick. And then obviously I didn't have skeletons in hand for his bandit, so I have to go with Knight. At this point I was thinking it was a weird off-meta log bait P.E.K.K.A bridge spam. Obviously log bait because of princess, and then P.E.K.K.A bridge spam because princess and now Dark Goblin. And then bomber. I opt to log his bomber because sometimes it makes them play something like a mini tank in front of it, like Valkyrie, and then I can just E-Spirit and it still kills the bomber. He goes in for archers. It's a 4 for 3 trade, so technically it's a -1 trade on my end, but I got a positive elixir trade on the bomber and it gets me tower damage. So, oh wait, no, bomber costs 2 now, huh? I think. So I got an even elixir trade on the bomber. And then this bandit actually goes ham on that side over there, which is unfortunate. And then he actually has giant skeleton here, which kind of sucks. But it's honestly not impossible to defend. It's honestly really easy, to be honest. And then archers mid. I played panic skeletons just in case it was about to lock on tower. But Knight actually walks over, so that's very good for me. Sorry if I sound a little mundane recording this video. First of all, it's almost midnight. But second of all, I just haven't had a lot of fun playing this game. Like, obviously these games are really close, and getting the prediction on his princess was really cool and all that stuff, but this game is just so sweaty, it's not really fun to play anymore. I still do it because I'm trying to get better at the game, but you know. E-Spirit jumps on his archers earlier, so they just kind of die with the log. And then Knight for Bandit, Skeletons because he just used that, but he has Bomber. Mini P.E.K.K.A gets no hits, and then the second archer counters Bomber. And there's really nothing you can do at that point. Yeah, so I think this was the only non-close game, if I'm remembering correctly, but it was a weird off-meta Mega Knight log bait, I guess. Mega Knight Bridge Spam log bait with giant skeleton, so it was like a 5.1 cycle, quote-unquote, deck, which honestly just kind of loses to Expo outright because Expo just keeps cycling crap and, you know, just keeps playing Expo at Bridge until it works. That's just how some matchups go, especially whenever there's heavy decks like that. I was hoping to play this E-Spirit so it didn't get any damage, but it doesn't matter. And then I think this Bandit dashes on tower because I have bad reflexes, but it doesn't matter. There's no shot. He gets 1,400 damage on time. So yeah. GG's. Plus 28. This is where I was trying to decide if I wanted to play another game, but that plus 28 was just tantalizing me. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it. Tantalizing me with just how little trophies I gained, so I thought I should play another game. This is something you can do. I think I'd say this in every video I go against someone with Furnace, but you can play late E-Spirit. It'll tank a Fire Spirit. You can play late Ice Spirit or Heal Spirit or Fire Spirit. It works with all the spirits, I'm pretty sure. But you can play a late Spirit and it'll counter 2 waves of Fire Spirits. The first one it'll tank and the second one it'll hit, which means it won't get to tower. Even if my tower is level 13, it still won't connect. Also, you're about to see the worst log of your life. It literally just hit the Rascal Boy and 1 Rascal Girl. But we still clutch up the defense. E-Spirit makes it so Rascal Girl doesn't get a hit. So, you know. I don't love seeing Furnace whenever I'm playing on ladder. And then this is the worst fireball you'll see in your life. I wasn't... Okay, I'm gonna finish my thought from earlier. I don't love seeing Furnace when playing ladder, because usually, sometimes it means double spawner, which I hate with a passion. And back to that fireball. I didn't fireball Wizard with tower because I thought he was going to play something with that bridge, which he did. But I should have been hovering fireball earlier because I missed the Hog Rider because it has like a fast movement speed or whatever. I let Tesla clean up 2 of the Fire Spirits, and then I play E-Spirit right here to clean up the other 2. Not the other 2. There's more than that, obviously, but, you know, cleans up 2 more. And here I'm just setting up defense and cycling back to a Knight, because now I have Knight in hand again, and his Mega Knight is just dead. He plays a good Wizard here to snipe my Tesla. I played high Tesla because, you know, if I played low Tesla, I wouldn't have targeted the Mega Knight possibly, which would have sucked. Yeah, so I'm forced to play something to counter his Wizard, and then he just goes Hog Rider, so I have to play all sorts of stuff. I'm pretty sure it only gets 1 hit. Yeah, still sucks though. This is a good play you can do. It really is only good in double elixir whenever you have enough elixir to defend their push, since I think Furnace is like 4, so it's technically a -2 trade. But you can set up Expo to kill Furnace and kill the spirits and all that stuff, and now you have a defensive Expo, which forces out Fireball on my right hand tower instead of the left hand, which is the one he wants to be pushing right now. But this is a very heavy deck, so I'm honestly scared of this defense right now. Fireball, Wizard, and Tower send me tower damage, and also it's not that hard to deal with because I can just log it, which I think I probably do here, yeah. Then he played a Dark Goblin, but it just kind of died. I play Skeletons, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they get just kind of splashed by Mega Knight. Tesla down to the right takes care of everything. I play this Expo. He played the Furnace in like the perfect spot where it would get hit. I Fireball here because I don't have log in hand. And it pushed the Rascal Boy to range of my Tesla, which was totally planned, totally legit. And I logged to help kill everything quicker. And then Expo cleans up the rest of his Furnace, which is worse than tower damage, but it's honestly kind of nice because now I don't have to worry about his Furnace. I can just go in again. He definitely has Mega Knight here, so I have my E-Spirit ready just to bring it over and then play Knight. And now his Mega Knight is dead, so he's going to have to play something. Fireball here, hitting the Mega Knight and the Wizard. think, yeah, Expo's still dead here, but it's nice just hitting those two things, because now he can't counter push. I play Skeletons to distract Fire Spirit, and then Wizard dies. Then I set up this defense here. I don't mess up my Tesla this time. Yeah, I play E-Spirit right side to counter 2 Fire Spirits, and it's also going to hit the Furnace, which I think stops another wave of Fire Spirit from spawning. And then I don't mess up this log here, hopefully. Yeah, I know. Play Skeletons to pull Mega Knight, play Knight, and then play Archers, and then I can play Fireball here, because I thought he'd play something else, in which he played the Valkyrie. Logs, I thought he might play something else, and also to kill the Valkyrie earlier, and then Tesla to pull the Hog Rider. And yeah, it's basically a dead Expo, especially since it's not hitting tower, but he still has to spend stuff on it, which means it's a good trade in my opinion. Yeah, this is going to be a rough defense, except I can just log Lul and then Archers. Tesla, I now had to expect, I did that to like possibly get the Dark Goblin, which actually worked, but I also was expecting something like maybe Hog Rider, because he thought he outcycled my Tesla or something, but he hasn't really played Hog Rider this game, which is kind of sad, because Hog Rider is honestly really good against Expo. And this game was freaking close. That Tesla literally won me the game. Check this health, bro. Barely won. Each Expo hit those, like, I think it's 55. So just to take into account how close that game was, like, I was literally just a few Expo ticks from losing. So yeah, GG's, but that's gonna do it. Hope y'all enjoyed this, or whatever. Check out my TikTok. I'm probably gonna be posting a TikTok about that Princess Predict, lol. But yeah, you can see that time in the top left, 11:24, and that was earlier, and now I'm recording the audio, so you can already tell how late this is. But yeah, good games. Pushed up 100 trophies, which isn't bad. A lot of close games that were really cool, and that's about it. See ya.